Hi everyone. Today we're going to be doing a standing Pilates workout. So we're going to be starting at the end of your mat, feet about hip width apart, arms long by your side. And we're going to be nice and tall through the head, neck, and chest. And we're going to have a slight tuck of your tailbone so that your hips are stacked over your shoulders and over your feet. Good. So from here, we're going to inhale. Bring our arms out, up towards the ceiling, and then exhale as we bring our arms back down. We're going to inhale, arms come up overhead, and exhale, arms come back down. We're going to continue like this, really think about breathing and joining your movements to your breath. Good, we'll do 2 more. And last one. Good. From here, we're going to bend and land your hands on the mat. And then we're going to walk our hands forward out into a little plank. We're going to step the left foot forward. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, opening up through that chest. Hand lands down. Left foot goes back. And then we'll walk your hands back to your feet. Coming up, reaching arms overhead. And then doing the same thing on the other side. So landing your hands, walking out to a plank. Right foot goes towards the hands, left hand is planted, right arm opens up to the ceiling, and then landing that hand and doing that again. We walk our hands to our feet, inhale, reach towards the ceiling, and then hands land. Good, we're going to continue here. As you're doing these movements, you're thinking about going nice and slow and just feeling the stretch and gaining some body awareness of where you are today. Good, and we'll do 1 more on each side. And last one here. Perfect. And then we're going to come to the center of your mat, facing widthwise on the mat. Feet are going to be about hip width apart, and arms come to your hips. From here, we're going to slightly lean to the right, stand nice and tall on the right leg, and then left leg lifts up. We're going to balance here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Land the left foot, being nice and tall on that left outer hip. Right foot comes to tabletop, and we'll hold. When you're doing this, think about staying nice and tall on that left hip and feeling like you're being pulled through the top of your head towards the ceiling to feel nice and long through the spine. Good. And then we're going to land that right foot back down. Shift weight to the right, nice and tall on that right hip. Left leg comes up into tabletop. And then from here, we're going to tap the ground with the left toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we bring those left toes to the side, tapping and coming back in. Good for 10, 9, 8, staying nice and tall on the right hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Landing on that left foot, Right leg comes to tabletop, nice and tall through head, neck, and chest, and we tap with that right foot. Good. Breathing however feels good here, and bringing awareness here to the midsection, feeling like you're cinching in at the waist and then coming nice and long through the torso. Good, and we'll do 3, 2, 1. Right foot taps out and comes back in. Good, staying nice and tall on that left outer hip. You should start to feel it burning a little bit. Good. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. And then we're going to bring the hips wider than hip width, and we're going to turn your feet out so they're at a 45-degree angle. Hands are on the hips, and from here, we're going to do a little sumo squat. So heavy in the heels, nice and tall through the head, neck, and chest, and we're going to sit back into our squat and then press into the heels, coming up. Squatting down, coming up. Good. We'll inhale as we go down, exhale, coming up. And we're going nice and slow and controlled here, making sure that the knees are tracing out over the toes. When doing squats, I really like to think about pushing my knees out and thinking about that. Otherwise, you might find your knees cave in a little bit. So keeping active through those outer hips as we squat here. Good. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good. And now we're going to squat down and we're going to hold. And we're going to lift that left heel, lower down. Lift the right heel, lower down. And we're continuing alternating here. Sitting low in that squat. See how low you can go in a way that's comfortable. Good, and we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Coming on up, we're not going to be here that long, and we're going to activate the arms here. So you can grab weights if you have them. I would suggest like 3 or 5 pounds. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the arms out in front, bent at 90 degrees. We're going to squat down, and from here, we're going to open out and bring the elbows back in, squeezing the shoulder blades and coming back in. And we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Staying low, arms come forward and bend for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming on up. Now we're going to turn so that we're long on the mat, and you want to be about halfway up the mat. And we're going to do a little lunge sequence here. So we're going to start by being planted and heavy on the left foot, and we're going to step our right foot back, coming into a little lunge. And then as you come forward, you could tap the right foot to the mat, or you can bring it up into that single leg lift that we did at the beginning. And then we step back into the lunge and come back up for a lift. And we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lifting the right leg, holding for a little balance. I'm going to straighten the right leg out, nice and tall in that left hip. I'm going to tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We land that right foot down. Good. And then we're going to step that left foot back, come into our lunge, and then you can either tap that left toe or come up to a single leg hold. Good. And then we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We hold, recorrect, nice and tall on that right hip. Left foot goes forward, and we tap the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Land that foot down, and then we're gonna just walk to the bottom of the mat. I know I said this class was standing, but we're gonna do a little walk out into some core. Good. So kind of doing what we were doing at the beginning. We're gonna inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms come down, landing hands on the mat. Let's walk out to our plank. From here, hands under shoulders. And we're going to do some mountain climbers. So right knee towards left elbow and left knee towards right elbow. And we're going to alternate. And we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's walk our hands back, coming to tall standing. Do that little breath. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to the mat. And let's walk those hands forward, coming back into a plank. Good. And then we're going to be nice and tall on our hands, heavy in the left foot. Lift that right foot up, lower it down. Lifting left foot, lower it down. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's walk our hands back. Good. Finding a nice stretch. All right. Last one here. We're going to walk our hands out, finding that plank. Good. And then we're going to tap our opposite shoulders. Good. And we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Walk our hands back. Good. And then we'll find the middle of the mat, facing widthwise. And we're just going to do a few breaths here. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms come by your side. And we'll do that 2 more times. Good. Arms find your side. And we're going to do some backwards shoulder rolls. Good. So shoulders come forward, up and back. We'll do 2 more. Good. And then reverse. Shoulders come back and forward. Back, forward, down, and around. And we'll do 3, 2, and last one. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Like and subscribe for more. And please feel free to comment on the video if there's anything that you want to see me do for next week. Have a great day, everyone.